everyone knows that who has designed and developed C programming language. So it is Dennis Ritchie and it is Bran Kernighan. So both of these have designed and developed C programming language. I hope you know both these names because both of them have designed and developed our C programming language, which we are going to learn and which we are going to program. So at least the basic thing you should know it. So why we are going for C programming language? So there are certain features or there are certain advantages, and by that advantages we are using the C programming language. So the first thing is it is very efficient. When I say that efficient means if I know certain syntax of C programming language, then I can write any code of my choice. So that is the meaning of efficient. So it is very efficient, and of course it is fast. Then it is robust. Robust means it has a lot of operations or lot of instructions that we can use. Means if I say that it has multiple built-in functions, I know the word might not be familiar to all built-in functions, but I will take all these things. So it has a huge list of things that we can use, and hence it is called as robust. The third most important thing or advantage of C programming language is the portability. Means if I say that I am writing my code in a compiler that is Visual Studio, and if I take this code as it is and if I run in some other system with some other operating system and some different compiler, then also it will run perfectly fine. Only there are certain functions which are not allowed in different operating systems, so only that functions will not be allowed, but rather than that everything will work perfectly fine. And of course it is easy to use. So there are multiple advantages, and due to these advantages we are going for the C programming language. And one more advantage I want to share is that C programming language is a basic thing. Means if you develop logical thinking, or if you develop the logic of writing certain statements or writing certain instructions, then you can go for any other programming language. So this, that is C programming language, can be considered as a base part for your other programming language. So basically, due to these advantages, we are going to learn C programming language. Now, when we learned English language, the first thing that we learned were the character set. Means without A to Z, it is not possible to create a word. Without words, it is not possible to create sentences. Without sentences, paragraphs are not possible, then pages, and then book. So this is the flow that we followed when we were learning English language. Similarly, there is a flow for programming languages also. Means, first of all, we must learn that what all character set is allowed in our programming language. So the first thing, we will see all these things, that is statements, functions, programs, we will see all these things. But the first thing is the character set. So the things which are allowed in your C programming language is, first is the alphabets. So when I say that I am allowed with A to Z, so it means that I have small case A to Z and I have uppercase A to Z. So both are allowed. Now, why I have written both these things? Because C programming language is a case sensitive language. So in that, a small a is different from a capital A. Always keep in mind whenever you will be writing a C programming language, and if you use any of the alphabets, you have to choose or you have to check what you have written in your program. I am not saying that you have to follow my concepts only, or I am not saying that you have to follow my words which I write. No, it is not at all compulsory. But what you choose in your program, that you have to follow according to the small case or according to the uppercase. So the alphabets allowed are A to Z. Numbers, so again 0 to 9. All these numbers are allowed in C programming. Operators, I will say, which all are available on our keyboard. So all the operations are allowed. So everything is allowed. So whatever I'm writing here. And last is other symbols. So of course these other symbols are not allowed. Other symbols means whatever are available on your keyboard. So exclamation mark, at the rate, hash, dollar sign, percentage sign, a cap sign, and star, all your brackets and everything, and it goes on. Means whatever the symbols are on your keyboard, that are allowed. So now you will say everything is included. So what all is not included? So the main or which we use in our daily life is pi. So pi, I know how I have to draw it. Means I can't draw it in on this notepad also, because it is not on my keyboard. So when I say that I want to use pi in my programming, but pi is not there on my keyboard, and hence it will not be considered as an operator. Similarly, ohm symbol. So ohm symbol is also not there on the keyboard, so it will be not considered as a symbol. So what I'm saying is the operators and the other symbols which are there on our keyboard, all that are allowed as a character set for your C programming. Now we will go for the second part, that is the keywords. There are 32 keywords or built-in words. Now what these keywords or built-in words mean? Means if I say that I have a list of certain words which have a predefined meaning, means whose meaning is already defined with our compiler, then that words are called as built-in words. So that words we cannot use it in our program for our purpose. Means I can't change the meaning of that words. Yes, if I have certain words with me which have a meaning as fixed thing and I can't change their meaning, I can't start programming with fixed meaning words. So what I want is, I want certain words which I can make, which I can use for my purpose, or which I can write with a new meaning. So those words I require to use for the syntax, or I will say loops and everything that you have told in the chat. So all these means keywords and our words. Our words means user defined words, which is called as identifiers, will be required to start with the programming. Means the step 2. This is our basic step. So step 1. So user defined words. User means us. So if I write a variable name, if I write a function name, a label, then all that will be considered as a part of identifier. Means all these things I will be writing for my purpose, for my program. So, of course, the identifiers will be case sensitive, and you have to use certain rules. Means your name, that is, identifiers can have a alphanumeric name also. That is not a problem. But the thing is, if you are using certain space there, it is not allowed. So, if you want to write a big name, then what you can use is a underscore. Means if you want to separate two words, you can't give a space there, you have to compulsory use a underscore there. So keep in mind that identifiers are the words that you will be creating for your program, and that words will be having a meaning which you give in your program. So totally our meaning, so it is called as identifiers, and we have to follow certain rules. We will be creating all these things, that is variables, functions, labels, everything continuously. So this identifiers concept will be clear when we start with the programming. But keep in mind that we require two types of words, that is the keywords or words also called as identifiers.